Greg, so much changed after last season. How did you process what happened?
Around the time where everything started happening, I was getting ready to graduate. I was focused on finishing school. Usually that's around that time, that's the toughest when it's kind of closer to graduation, making sure you got everything done, all your classes and all that. So it happened so fast to where the adjustment period came easy for me because I feel like we hired Shaka a week later. He was not a coach that was focused on basketball. He was real big on the relationship piece. For me, he just was focused on me graduating because that's not something that most young African American men get to do. So that's what made it all easier for me. The fact that he wasn't forcing me to make a decision quick.
But with the change included departures of guys that you came up with here at Marquette and grew with, including somebody who was like a brother to you and Jamal Cain. Separation from that must have been difficult as well.
It was tough because, we just not at the same school no more. It come with growth. We growing up, I understand you're going to have to make some decisions that's best for you. And that's what he did. And I feel like that's what I'm doing now. I decided to stay because that would be best for me. And him going to Oakland was best for him. So I feel like he made the right decision. I made the right decision. And I'm happy for him because he out there doing what he learned to do. Closer to home too, so I'm happy for him. I take notes for his games. And I talked to him after about what I saw.
Now, how has the process been for you of connecting with a new group of guys and 6 true freshmen is part of that group as well?
The summer is where you get the closer with your guys because that's when you go through conditioning and all the hard stuff together. That's what builds the relationships for real. That's how I started with this group, conditioning, because they'll always be like, well, what's this? Or what we got for conditioning? And they would always ask me because I'm the one that really been here the longest. And I'll just be just be ready. That's what it is. Getting to spend a lot of time with them it's been fun because it's new. We always new to each other because it was really a time where we had, in the summer, we had a little dinner in the meal room and we all was sitting in different parts of the room because we just didn't know each other. But now it's not like that at all. We always together and we're a pretty close group. So it really was just new.
I want to rewind back to last season, Greg. Something happened last year. It started with a 17-point game for you at Butler. It clicked. Double-figure scoring for the last 5 regular season games. What happened in the second half of last season to get to what your potential was on court?
I just went out there and just had fun. I didn't even think about doing too much. I just wanted to play my game and have fun doing it. Because at the end of the day, I still had a great relationship with the guys that was on that team last year.
How much confidence did you get from also being healthy last season?
I know that was something that I hadn't really done at Marquette. So the fact that I was healthy and playing well, it was real good because that was something that people hadn't got to see me do yet.
Last year, you and your teammates and everybody involved in college basketball had to spend time in quarantine, time away from each other, time away from fans, time away from people who are interested in this program. What's it been like to re-engage with fans, re-engage with the community this year?
The fact that we get to do it again is amazing because you can tell how much everyone has really missed it. The fans are crazier than they once was because they haven't been able to do it for a year. And it just feels good to be able to know, to know that I'm able to make a difference. Once again, I feel like I made a difference, still being able to talk to people from Zoom and stuff like that. But to feel their presence and to feel the impact that I have on them has been huge.
Greg, so much has changed in your time as a college basketball player, on and off the court. The economics of college basketball, social change in college basketball. What have been the biggest evolutions that you've seen?
I would say the social justice part. You don't talk about it, it won't be thought about. So we just everyone got to do their part to keep it on everybody's mind and make sure that they're going the right way for change. You could tell the Big East really care about it as well. Last year we had the Black Lives Matter patch, and this year we got Be the Change on our jerseys, which is something that's big because it shows that it's not just the student athletes that care about it, it's the higher ups in the Big East Conference that care as well.
You've got a degree from Marquette. You've got some career ambitions, including possibly being an agent. Sell me on that.
I would say I've been around the game. I know what it takes to get to certain places in the game. Even if it's not just basketball, I can be an agent for any sport. And then I got a little sister too, so I could be her agent if she needs.
Represent Gabby.
Yeah, so if Gabby need an agent, I can represent her too. Anywhere it go, I feel like my little sister be my first client, for sure. I think I can book that right now.